What's going on, guys? Welcome to another first off the line Dutch auction. We got first off the line 2022 Panini Spectra NFL trading card box or hobby box. Starting out at $12.50, going to $600. Where's this gonna end at? In the first 5 minutes. Getting everything set up. Let's see, what do we get in these? We get 4 cards per pack, 4 packs per box, 1 wave RPA, 1 wave parallel, numbered to 10, 3 other autos, 4 mems, 6 base parallels, and 1 insert per box. These boxes come with a lot, but we'll get you that certain price that we need. Pre-orders are going around 900. I still think that might be a little high. I honestly don't know how much lower it'll get. Either Panini pulls it or it gets sold out around that number. I think it needs to get in the 8s or even lower in the 7s, but I mean maybe around 900. I just think it might be a little high. But we will see. We will see where this goes. So we're going to be going down this first minute here. Going to be let's see how far this is going to go down. All right, starting at $1,250. Who's buying at the very top here? I am not. I am not buying. If it gets to that 600, everyone full send, we would be buying a bunch. But I just don't think it's going to get there. All right, 10 seconds for the first drop. But this is like probably like the first big set coming out of 2022. So we're at $1,222.92. So what is that about? $27. So 27.08 is going down every 5 minutes. This is a little bit higher than what we have seen in the last couple months. The boxes have been a lot lower than this, so this might be a little bit different when we're talking 2 levels, what, $60 plus tax, 3 levels is 90 plus tax. It's a little maybe different thinking when we are looking where to buy and where not to buy. Like for on Tuesday for National Treasures baseball, what it was $11 every 5 minutes. That's a little bit different, almost 3 times on the levels here. Let's see how many you can buy at a time. 8 boxes per transaction, so every order you can get 8. That's a case. Orders will not be combined. Okay, so we wanted a full case. You better buy 8. 8 together. But yeah, 1,200. And you think about last year, the starting point for this was a lot higher. So that is good that the prices are coming down. I still think this probably could have came down a little bit more. Yeah, will you post that?
Yeah.
That's for what free $50? Can everyone get that?
Yeah. But you have to be on there for an hour.
Oh, you do?
But you don't have to show your face or anything. I mean, you just have to listen, answer questions.
When is that?
Go.
Yeah, post that.
It's at 5 p.m. our time.
Okay. Hey!
Oh, you don't have a black shirt.
I took my black shirt off. It was too hot.
I saw Campon and I saw Maddie in Google.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You saw your picture? That's awesome.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I saw you.
All right, we got.
You're recording?
Yeah, and I think just.
And so you go in there in the bed?
Yeah, I jumped in the pool today.
Oh.
You did?
Yeah,
Oh.
for I think 2 minutes.
Oh, I'm thinking.
It was cold. Little beanie, you got your beanie babies? All right. So $1,222.92. It's going down $27.08 per level. Let's look at these cards. Yeah, not bad looking. But is it worth the price? I mean, they have some pretty nice inserts and with the shields and the jersey tags. Alright, we're getting down to this next level change. Let's see where it goes. Is anyone buying here? 10 minutes in, it's a little high. Alright, we're at $1,195.83. Still on the high side with pre-orders. Let me pull up the pre-orders here. Let's see where we are at. but they're around about 900. I think last year's are still selling for online retailers about 1,300. You might see them on eBay anywhere from like 11 to 12. $800, or $900, $900. Let's see what eBay has. Yeah, I don't think I saw anything yesterday or the day before. XR. But those come out about $350. Could have got those for like what, $250 a month ago. I don't mind having your money held for a little bit. I don't see anything on here. So 900 we're looking at, around 900. I didn't even check to see if anything sold. $1,358. This is 2020, 1,600. Oh, that just sold too. Yeah, not a lot of stuff. Just put in Panini. $1,195. We're going to be going down another $27.08 here. The first 30 minutes or so, about the first hour or so, there's not much action going on. I wouldn't think, unless you just show up and you're like, oh man, I want to buy a box of this, and not knowing that there's a Dutch auction format going on. Good morning, Jordan. 800. I think that's going to be tough. If it does get there, I think it's definitely a buy. If it gets close to 800, if it gets in the sevens, I would definitely be considered buying. At 9, like I think 9's going to be the point that we want to break through, since that's that's where the pre-orders are selling out at. If it can break through there, I think that's probably where we'll probably start seeing people buying. This is a great product to break, one of the first high-end products of the year. So just that right there. Yeah, 7. Yeah, if it gets to the sevens, it's full send. Buy as many as you can. I would say definitely with that. But will it get there? I still think 900 is high, just where all the other hobby boxes are at. Now I know this is a higher product than the stuff that has been dropping, but I think it should have been a little bit lower. Now, the other thing we got to think about is if it does get that low, that means all the retail or the online retailers have to lower their prices for the regular hobby boxes. So we're always looking out, will Panini pull it? Will they not pull it? I don't think they're going to have an issue pulling this. The NFL stuff has been selling pretty well. People are pretty hyped if we look at Mosaic. Now, with Mosaic and some of the other boxes, those prices are a lot lower. So I guess we'll have to see, since this is a higher point product with pro uniforms, to see is the hype there. I think it is, but if it doesn't, like you said, if it gets to the sevens, I think you gotta buy. I think you gotta at least buy one, because there's definitely going to be a flip opportunity there. If you wanted to open it, if you wanted to break it, make a mixer, have that your big box, you can definitely make some money.
I'm gonna go pick up that free drink that we got from Verizon.
Okay.
Do you need anything?
Nah. So we're at 1168.75. It's 5,800. All right. So it looks like a case sold for almost 5,900. 58.69 divided by 8. 733. But that was a case, so let me find that listing. Where are we at? Let me refresh this. I'm trying to find this case link here. All right, we got 10 seconds. We're dropping another 27 bucks. That was a regular regular case of hobby boxes. Like, that seems like a decent deal from what I'm trying to find the listing. here we go. Here we go. We're finding some now. Pull this up. These are cases. Yeah, if it gets to the 7s, like I think it's you gotta start considering, because I think there'll be some room with value if you do want to, you know, flip it. You got a breaker to sell to if you want to break it yourself. Around 9, I think 9's a little high. Around that, I just don't know how. If it does, I mean, if it does get there, it's gonna make people. Gonna make people have some just decision making. So we go 5,800. This one here is not bad. So 48 divided by 8. That's 611. I just don't think it'll get down. We got 5,300. Those prices sound a lot better if you're buying by the case. We are at 1147.67. Yeah. And there is no checklist yet, right? Well, let me check if they've updated it. See, that's the other thing, is we don't know. If there's no checklist, we don't know. Let me see. Nada. There's no. I don't see a check. And everyone wants Brock Purdy, right? If he's not in the set, that would be, because that would be your big, if you were trying to sell it, if you were trying to sell by teams in a break, that's going to be a big part of, you know, that box. Without that, who do you got? You got Kenny Pickett. I mean, there's a couple, but I'm saying like quarterbacks. Let me see, checklist. See if we can find a checklist. Because that there can be the make or break. If Purdy's not in, you're like, this is an expensive product. Maybe refresh that. Alright, 1141.67. For me, probably like a range, right? So if it does get into where these cases are sold at, I'd probably be looking. I'm thinking it's gonna probably sell up close to where like pre-orders for the online for one box around 900. I think that's too high. Now it all depends on what you're doing with it. If you're just ripping it for yourself, I mean, that there could be a hit or miss. It could go big, you get something awesome, or that could be an expensive box. That there, maybe it doesn't matter as much for you. But if you're breaking, or if you're flipping it, or you might be saying, I'm going to hold this, those could have different price points. So I would want it, you know, like anywhere in the 8s. I still think that might be a little too high for 16 cards. We still don't know a checklist, so I'm not. Let me pull up Beckett here to see if we got a checklist. Because if Purdy's not in the set, that would make a big difference on where the price should be for me. Because if you are selling breaks, or if you're trying to flip it to a breaker or sell it to someone, you would want the #1 card that everyone's going for. So that's kind of up in the air for me where it is now. If it does get in those 700s or close to that bottom out price, that's where I would take a chance on it. You know, in the sevens or getting close. And if it got in the sixes, I think you almost have to buy. I mean, you don't have to, but there's definitely would be some value there with the online retailers at 9, where you could definitely make a quick flip. Even if you're just selling on eBay, someone you could make $100-200 real quick for doing nothing. But we need a checklist. It's going in blind because, you know, Purdy hasn't been in all the sets, and, you know, his cards are moving up. A lot of hype around him. You know, if he's not in the set, then it's, unless you get it down to that bottom out price, then it's it might be a pass. And we got two things to worry about, right? We got, does it sell out? You know, are we buying it? And the other thing we got to worry about is Panini going to pull it? Most of us think that Panini has done that in the past. We don't got any proof of that. But sometimes you see these auctions, they just get pulled where there's no volume, and all of a sudden it's just sold out. And it's right around the pre-order prices of where you see online and on eBay. So if we look here, we're looking at nada. No checklist. No checklist. The base starts with 135 veterans. Does it say anything about the rookies? But that's kind of scary, not having a checklist. So we might be gambling today. I mean, isn't sports cards gambling? We're at 11, 14, and 58 cents. We got another minute to the next one. How much? Oh, we're getting on the first 30 minutes. First 30 minutes, usually not much action. It's easy to check out. Now, what we have seen is that first, like there's always been, like, usually up in the higher, there's like a false high volume. Like maybe like right here we might see it. We're not too worried about it. But once we do see that high volume alert closer to the pre-order price, or once it starts dipping under, we see that it can sell out, or usually does sell out between 2 or 3 levels under that. So that kind of an indicator to say, I mean, you can press your luck, but that could show you, okay, it might be selling out soon. People are starting to check to see if it's still in stock, if they can check out or not. So that's something to look at when we do see that high volume. Like, I think probably around 900, give or take $50, we could definitely see that, because people will probably start looking. And then, I mean, like, I'm hoping it does get down to the 7s and 6s, and then it's gonna make me spend some money. All right. So we're in the thousands, 1,087.50 cents. Let me see if it's hard to check out on my other screen. No issues. We are at the 30-minute mark. With tax, you'd still be looking at almost $1,200 bucks. $1,200 for 16 cards. You better pull a banger. You better pull a banger if you're spending that kind of money. But yeah, around if it got in the 700s, I would be tempted to go for it. Those case prices seem a lot better. But when were those sold? Let's see that real quick. This was today. What, that was 733 average per box on that. This was what, 2 weeks ago, and that was in the 600s. So a big difference, right? You're talking about $100 different. Yeah, it's definitely expensive. I'm just thinking because you're getting three autos. You know, there's a lot of shield. You know, like the one-on-ones in this product. You got. Now this is first off the line, but yeah, it's like you never hear about Spectra named with Prizm, Optic, Select, and it might be because this is not in retail, so maybe that's. But I like when I think of the sets to go for, or the sets that like I'm always thinking of Select. Well, I go Optic first, then probably Prizm in there. I go back and forth with those, but that's not something that I think of. But yeah, it's definitely expensive for 16 cards. Of course, there's more expensive stuff like Flawless or National Treasures. So we're at 1087 and 50 cents. If we look at just all the inserts, let's see here. This is what, just the base. Interesting looking card. This is the RPA right here. I mean, that's okay. Yeah, Mosaic. Yeah, the price point was awesome for first off the line. It got real close to where, like, you know, pre-sales are selling out. But yeah, I mean, if I could do it again, I would have bought more. I got scared. But yeah, if you think about it, you could get 2 boxes, maybe three boxes for the price of what this might sell out for. Yeah, definitely more affordable. Yeah, the price point I like a lot better with Mosaic. So it was the dual patch auto icons. 149 or less. I don't know about. If you got one of these, you'd probably be bummed out. Full spectrum. I don't know about these. I mean, it's a cool looking card, but we want to get some rookies in there, right? Yeah, because if you get 3 veteran autos, you don't get any rookies. I would be bummed. Bummed out. Let's see where we're at. Where are we at? We're 30 minutes in. It's going down $27.08. So we're at 1060.42. Let's see if it's hard to check out. Let's see if we get any high volume alerts. Yeah, nada. Got right in. Still at 1150 with tax. That tax gets you. The tax gets you. This is for the first off the line 2022 Panini Spectra NFL trading card box. Last year's one just sold for on eBay for $1,600, so there is some hype around it. Definitely, you know, breakers are gonna love this stuff. And that's where I think if it does get down to close to where pre-orders are at for just one box, you could definitely see it sell. I hope it doesn't. I hope it keeps going down. I guess if it does sell out above where I'm looking at it, I'm not spending any money today. That's always good. You know, after looking at these where these pre-orders have went for, like in the eights, for me, I think it might be too high. The sevens, I would probably start thinking about it. I just don't know if it will get down that low. Um, just with you're getting 16 cards, yeah. Like I'm on the fence. Like if it does get that low, that's probably where I'll probably like okay, make a decision if it's in the sevens. Um, if it'd be a full send if it gets close to the bottom out. If it gets in the 600s, I would definitely buy. Or will it? I don't think it will. I think 800 is still a little high. If you think about with tax, you're still looking probably over 900. Could there still be a little, could you still flip it? Could you still break it for a profit? Yeah, you could. Yeah, so this right here is just hobby box, correct. So this is I want to say it's like you use where hobby boxes have sold out at, and you can kind of see, okay, they sold out here, and a lot of times it gets really close to where the pre-orders sell out at. Now there's a big discrepancy with single boxes and cases are at, and then you're looking at this was what 2 weeks ago compared to this week, right? You're looking at $100 difference per box. So if it did get into the 700s, I think people would definitely be buying. I'm on the fence. If it did get that low, there might be some FOMO happening, and I might buy one or two. But I like it around 7. I don't really like it in that 9 to 800 range. So, and it's going down $27.08 per round. So if you do like it at a certain number, and you're like, okay, I like it at 800, just think about that $30 difference. Will that difference make a difference plus tax? It's a little easier when the boxes are cheaper, because like on Tuesday the difference was what, $11 a level. So you could buy up 3-4 levels of where you like it, and it'll be like one level here. And we do got Donruss around the corner. I don't know if they're going to do first off the line with that, but I like that price point. You're looking at what, probably about $225, maybe $200 for a hobby box, and then you got the downtowns in those. All right, we got just a little over a minute to go for this next round. We're 40 minutes deep in this in this Dutch auction. Yeah, especially football products. I think people have been FOMOing a lot more when it does get down. Mosaic was crazy when it got down to that 400 mark. Everyone started to buy. And it got what to 354. I would either. I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't open this. I would either flip it or break it. I would do one of those. So technically, I'd probably put it in like a mixer. And it all depends. If it got down to 600 and maybe you buy a couple, rip one, do a break. It all depends on the price points for me. And with first off the line, like people love that sticker, right? So you can kind of see like past auctions and then the resell. Even on the lower end stuff, you're looking at, you can definitely make like even like the box is like $200 to $300. You're looking at like maybe $50 to $150 if you get it out right away. Then you got to look at, do you have a breaker you sell to? Are you breaking? Do you have the clientele to? You know, everyone wants this, you know, right when it hits. And even if it does take some time, it says first off the line, like, I haven't looked today, but last week, first off the line box were selling between like 5 and 6. If you got it at, you know, 4, you know, 350 to 4, like that's some decent profit right there. All right, let's see if we got any issues right here at 1,033 and 33 cents. Another thing, like we don't have a checklist, and with the top guy being Brock Purdy, the last guy drafted in the draft, Mr. Irrelevant. If he's not in the set, then like I don't know, like that would be the big hit, the big guy to go for it. Like Kenny Pickett, like if you just pulled like a base auto out of this, how much would that be going for? Are you looking at like 400 or 500? So that's another thing to think about. Like, what can you pull? You got Kenny, you got the wide receiver from the Saints, Kenny Walker. Who else you got? You got like Gardner, but you know he's defense. Who else? Pierce, Hall, but he's injured. What? Sam Howell, he's starting, so maybe he'll have some hype around him. No issue checking out there. But yeah, if Purdy's in the set, I think that just shoots it up. But if he's not in the set, you still got Pickett. You know, like he's been doing some good stuff, but the hype's different. Like I really think the 49ers could go all the way with Purdy. Those guys are rocking and rolling. Like that hype train is real. And if he's in the set, you got some autos, some RPAs in there, then yeah, this here, it would be way different if he's not in the set. So no issue checking out there. Do. Let's see what else Panini has up on their site. I'm just going to go to football to see what's coming up. XR is still on the site, didn't sell out. Let's see anything new. So there's Donner's football right there. We've got Illusions coming up. Under 800, I wanted to, yeah, if under 800, depending on what you're going to do with it, I don't think it's a bad buy. Now, if it's 790 compared to 710, oh yeah, like breaking like under 7, like I definitely think you're going to have enough, like you actually probably have a pretty good margin with if online retailers have it at 900. Yeah, if you're breaking it and you got a clientele, I think 800, like the 7 to 800 mark, would be no problem, and there should be value there. Totally different than if you're just opening it yourself. If you got people who want to buy in. Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. So I think around that price point, if it did get to 7, I think you could still see those margins. In the 8s, but yeah, just depending on how low it goes in the 7s. But I think if you are a breaker, I don't think you would have a big issue of getting people to fill that, and probably at the prices you want. James is buying them all. I love it. I love it. What's going on, man? Buy them all. Buy them all. Yeah, it's I'm not super hyped on it because I don't see a checklist. So that could, without Purdy, because Mosaic had Purdy, right? You had the auto, you got the base card, you got all the parallels. That makes it a big difference, right? Especially if you got, you didn't pick your teams. That's going to be that top, like, his spot was selling for way more than anyone else's, right? If he's not in there, I think it changes it up, and maybe that's why they're not releasing the checklist. I mean, maybe not. Because he hasn't been in all of the sets this year. And if he's not in it, then I think that changes of where we would want to get it. And then depending on how many cards he has, like, I think now we got to be more selective. And for instance, like we were looking at the National Treasure boxes of baseball, and Julio Rodriguez, the top rookie, only had 4 cards, compared to, like, I think Wander had 7, Bobby Witt had 11 out of the whole set. I mean, there was just so many sets, the odds aren't there. I guess you could either look at what other breakers are doing. You could put an X amount, whatever you're trying to make. Is it 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%? Add that to the end cost, and then if you're doing, divide it if you're doing random, or break it up, the 49ers being the highest, and then go down the list. Those would be, different things. Also think about your clientele. What would they be comfortable buying? Like, if you got a huge audience, like, you can kind of put the price on some of these breaks are just outrageous, and I just don't. Let's check it real quick. Let's see. Can we check out? We're at 979. we're getting down to the first hour. So we got what, 3 more levels until we get to the 800s. All right, still 1061. Now, is this so? Now, you got to think now. If you're just opening one box, this box only, there's only 16 cards. So if you're doing it by yourself, you're looking at probably people in the break. Unless you're doing a divisional, there's probably people that won't get cards. Now, if you're doing a case, like a case break, I can see you doing it. Or if you added this to a mixer, right, where you got a bunch of different products. I think it could be hard if you were starting out and you just wanted to do this one box. Some people may leave unhappy because they didn't get any products, and they're probably, depending on if you're doing a pick your team or a random, you're still looking at, I don't know, probably what, 30 bucks a spot, 40 bucks a spot. Yeah, cheap. Even retail, you do. Yeah, no checklist. Now, my theory is maybe Purdy's not in the set. If he's not in the set, maybe people wouldn't be buying. Let me see if let me just refresh and see if we can find it. Yeah, usually these guys have it up, but I don't see anything. Oh, was it up? Because yesterday I checked in, and it still showed no checklist, so maybe it was up just for a second. Did you see Purdy in there? Yeah, no checklist here. All right. Everyone wants him. Right. Yeah, shopping in the dark is kind of scary. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Why there's a checklist? I mean, maybe they just got to do it, or they pulled it down. Yeah, I go straight to pull up the checklist, Control F, Brock Purdy. Is Brock Purdy? How many cards are in the set? And then go, is this worth getting? Yeah, going blind is kind of scary. All right, we're going down. We're getting close to that 900 mark. So let's see if it's going to be hard to check out or not. So we're at 952.08. No high volume yet, which that's good. That is good. Still over $1,000 with tax. 952.08. We're getting close to the online retailers. Now, if you bought it by the case, a lot cheaper. A lot cheaper. Just see. Go here. Let's click on here to see the prices are different sometimes. So 900. Yeah, looks like it's gonna be around 9 for the online retailers. Here's for 8. Let's check this out. 818. Now I like this price a lot better. Let's see if we can find any. Hey, what's going on?
I heard that beeping like this.
Oh, what was it?
In my window, I saw it beeping.
Hey, you saw it beeping?
Yeah, in the closet.
Oh, well, who was it?
Oh, it's the world. So I heard that.
Here's one for $9.50.
And I just give
So
it.
it looks like $8.18 is the cheapest unless you're buying them by the case, is what I've found.
And I love you, Dad.
I love you. You the best.
And I.
You the best. You the best. Are you gonna go eat breakfast?
Oh, I just eat the sandwich.
Yeah, 800. Like if it gets down the sevens, like I'm hoping it gets to the sevens. Like there's a big from 818. I guess it's not too far off from where online retailers are at. It's just really it's really hard to, I guess it's not hard, but without knowing the checklist and what's in it.
I love you, Dad.
I love you. Let's look. Let's see here. We got 2 minutes till the next round. Correct. Yeah, if he's not in it, that's a big game changer. I mean, if he's not in it, I don't even think I would even go for it. Like I want to go for stuff that he's in it. There's some autos, parallels. If not, like, because he's the biggest chase that everyone wants. Right. Because yeah, he hasn't been in all the sets. I mean, maybe that's why they're not showing it. Correct. Yeah. Yeah. It'd be way too hard for them to do one player. You're probably talking about mass productions. You'd probably be losing a lot of money. And either like the bigger sets, like I would expect him to be in Donruss, right? And the rated rookies, the rated rookie autos. All right, we're getting down. We're getting down. Right. Yeah, that's so true. That is so true. Yes. Yes, Soto has been. It has been a minute. Okay. We're getting down to all right, let's see if we can check out. We're at 925. I'm getting the high volume for the first time. Is anyone else getting high volume? All right, people are either checking it out or they might be buying. That's I not having to check yet, Les. It's scary. It's scary. We want to see those checklists. Oh, sausage, sausage and French toast. Yeah, no rookies in it. That would be terrible. That would be terrible. For 925, high volume for the very first time. And we have seen with the high volume, not always, but a couple levels after, it starts to sell out. It doesn't show the volume. But it will show the price. But the volume, like it will pop up. We'll say high volume alert. So I think we're talking, or I confuse what you're saying. It'll be like high volume meaning traffic is coming to the site, but it won't show you like the stock numbers. Back in the day, they showed stock numbers. That would be crucial if we could figure that out. The stock numbers to these Dutch auctions. So 925. That means we are actually going to get to the 800s. And there's a couple other like alerts that sometimes happen. There's like an error where it's like you just can't get through. But the high volume alert means there's a lot of traffic trying to go for it. I mean, I hope it does get into the sevens. I think it just might be hard. We got a minute 30 left. Is it? I did not. I don't do much Star Wars. I mean, if it's like Sapphire, how much were those boxes?
Are we buying?
What?
Are we buying Spectra? There's no checklist.
Not at 925. No, yeah, with no checklist. If it gets in the sevens, I could see buying. But if Purdy's not in the set, I think it's a high risk not knowing the checklist. If you don't know if he has autos in there, if he's not in the base set, that's kind of scary with the most hyped person. 300, okay, that's not bad. All right, we're gonna be getting into the 800s. Good luck if you are buying. Let's see if we can check out. Here it's gonna be under 8. It's gonna be under 900. All right, high volume alert again, people. Okay, only once. I'm getting through. Hey, good point. Good point, right? I think everyone sees the 49ers could go to the Super Bowl. You know, switch them around. Would Purdy have the same production, and would Pickett be killing it with the 49ers? And Pickett isn't doing bad. He's not doing bad. Like, he's had some game-winning drives. All right, so I got high volume, but then I spammed it and I got right in. Oh yeah, especially for the last pick. You're the last guy. Oh, it says out of stock. It says out of stock at $8.97. No way. Too high, guys. Too high. Yeah, Panini probably. That's the other thing we got to worry about is Panini pulling it. Gone, gone, gone. $8.97. Did anyone buy? Did anyone buy? Well, the good thing is, I didn't have to make any decisions today and spend money. I mean, I might spend money later, but yeah, just they said we are pulling this. Online retailers have it at 900. I mean, they don't want to lower those prices. It's like that's the other thing. It's just not selling it or people buying it. They'll pull it, give it to big breakers, big online retailers that they can hold onto the stuff for, a year, sell it for $1,500 a box. I wish they would do another Dutch auction, but today there isn't. I think it's still probably too early in the week to see if we have anything for next week. As you see, you only got this right here. So $8.97. $8.97. Yeah, way too high, but that's what we were thinking. Around 900, it's gonna sell out. Let's see what else is dropping. What else is dropping later on? Let's see. What was I looking at? Was it this? Right. Yeah. Especially if Purdy's not in it. That's what everyone wants. I mean, there's other people in the set, but the hype's around Purdy right now. You pick it. Yeah. I mean, if they were both in the set. I think it's still without where the other prices are for boxes are going. I think this is just a little too high, and maybe they're testing the waters on the higher end stuff. Can they get away with this at that price? At 900, I wouldn't touch it, especially with 16 cards. It's not like you're getting. Like, I like boxes that have 12 packs or 18 packs, 24 packs. Okay, what do we got here? Look at beneath. Where does it go? All right, 2 hours. 2 hours. Yeah, 900 is too much for this, I think. Just where all the other prices are going. Like we were talking earlier, like for 900, I'd rather get 3 boxes of Mosaic for that price. What is that? $8.97 and 92 cents. Right. Yeah, if you're only paying, just a small percentage of what everyone else has to pay, mark it up. But then it all depends on how many of those boxes are you getting. Are you only getting 1 or 2 of those prices, and you got to buy it at the regular price? So it sold out just went at 10:05, so it just went a little bit over the hour mark. What? And then I wanted to look at what else is coming up. What else is coming up? We got Donruss Prizm draft picks coming up. What we got? Hoops. Is Hoops going to be coming out? Sky Metal Hockey. Top Archives. Snapshots. Got Spectra next week. Flawless. Immaculate. Ben Baller. Wonder how much those are going to be. Tom's Finest Baseball. See other football illusions at the end of the month. I wonder if that's going to get pushed back. Then we got Donruss football, Zenith football, rookie. Oh yeah, rookie and stars are coming out. Are we going to see those longevity boxes, man? Where's Target at? Target has been missing in action. So we do got some stuff on the horizon. 897. 897. That's way too high. Like, come on, Panini.
And with no checklist.
No checklist. They want us to bid blind. So we got 1014. But when it does sell it too high, it just means there's no decision making. There's no FOMO. There's you can't. You can just relax. You just right, absolutely nuts, right? A big discrepancy on the case prices on eBay to it's just they had to pull it. I'm not mad about it because I wasn't sold on the set without the checklist. 16 cards. The prices are coming down. Yeah, and then the rookie class, it's not as hyped. Purdy's kind of saving it, but if he's not in the set, that's tough. Even if you're breaking, flipping, or if you're just opening it yourself. Like how much would just a base Kenny Pickett like RPA, not numbered, would that be a couple $100? If he's the top dog, are you gonna get your money back? Of course you can hit something bigger, but like how much is his stuff going for? But yeah, same time, same place. If we do got anything going on next week, they usually will update this either tomorrow or the next day. Like just looking at, let's see if there's anything that would mean. I was saying, is this really coming out? See anything on their site that we'd see up first off the line? Let's see here. Do we got anything good coming up?
Mommy.
We got Mosaic basketball coming up. That should be a first off of the line. We just did Spectra. Will Hoops have? This National Treasure should be a first off the line. I don't know. Donruss doesn't do first off the lines, right? I mean, I hope they do a first off the line, like they should. Like I think that's their base product. Like if they're gonna do a first off the line, do it here. And will they have it Hoops? Illusions. So we should be seeing some first off the lines coming up. 329 for the Mosaic. Yeah, I would have rather gone with the 3 Mosaics for the price of 1 Spectra box. It's just insane. I don't think there's anything else going on this week. But yeah, when it does sell out that high, it just means there's no decision making. There's no decision making at all. So hopefully there is something next week for first off the line. We're looking at 2 weeks out. This would be the 18th, so you're looking at, yeah, I think some of this stuff could have, if they are going to drop, you're looking at some, you think what, baseball will probably have it. Both of those, the basketball, Immaculate should have the first off the line. Impeccable should have a first off the line, right? Yeah, some of these baseballs. Does Illusions have first off the line? I'm trying to remember. Let me see. Let me check. Yeah, I don't know if they have first off the line. I don't think Donruss does either. The Panini Mosaic basketball should have first off the line. Immaculate. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do. They are gonna do that for UFC. It seems like they've been pushing UFC pretty hard lately. And oh yeah, where is Prizm draft picks football? 900 is a little high for me. 900 for 3 boxes of Mosaic. I would rather do that. But yeah, I mean, if you do look at it that way, I just wish we had the checklist. I know it's it's one person, right? Purdy, but he's kind of holding up this draft class, and I'm glad, Mr. Elephant. Who would have thought? I mean, if we did know, we would have been buying all his autos and everything when they were $20, $5. Right? Yeah. If he's not in there, then yeah, that would be a big game changer, because that would be depending on what you're doing, right? I mean, for anyone, if you're just opening it, yeah, like I'm not thinking he's in. I don't see a checklist. Yeah, if he's not in there, he doesn't have an auto. That's super hard, because then you'd have him and Pickett. So yeah, I wasn't too bought on it. Like the price point, it just didn't make sense. Even though Spectra is a higher end product, it just wasn't making sense for me. Where pre-orders are at for eBay, for those for a case of 8, a big difference between like what going about $611 for 8 compared to online retailers are selling at 9. Like around like 600 to 7, I would be okay. Oh yeah, like those guys are like the front runners, right? Who's it gonna be? Like, it's gonna be them. I would probably pick them over Dallas. I'm trying to think who else. This the Seahawks got to make it to the playoffs, but even then, I think like once Walker got injured, it just kind of showed Geno is not the guy. I don't think, unfortunately. I think we need to get someone else. Like how do you go losing? You go from like winning what were they, 7-3 or so, 7-3, 6-3, to losing their last 6. If they're the first off the line, it'll be next week, hopefully. I'm hoping. Yeah, like any first off the line, I'll be going live. Might go live in the morning for Target on Wednesday. Like we haven't seen a Target drop. We're going on for what, like 2 months now. We didn't see last year. They didn't drop anything in December except for old stock, like Prizm basketball, Optic basketball is all old stock, so it was nothing new. And then last January, Walmart started dropping Mosaic, and then we started to see new product, Mosaic, in January on Target. So we were supposed to see what Topps Chrome Hobby boxes at Target. Mosaic is right around the corner, so we'll probably see Mosaic in retail. We haven't seen mega retail boxes. Now that's scary, because those are the ones that Like, that's what we want, right? It seemed they're overproducing everything except mega boxes, so still making it where there's some value. Now, last year Donruss Megas, they had autos. Absolute had autos. Prestige had autos in them. You had a chance in the Prizm. Now the longevity rookies and stars, you had autos in those. And those are selling for anywhere from like $150 to $200. So we'll have to see with retail what are they going to do with megas. We need megas. Are they going to have autos? Some people are saying they're getting away from the autos because they don't want the redemptions. They've been signing too much. If they are selling to fanatics. But going live, yeah. Anytime there's a first off the line, I will be going live. And then of course, like, I'll probably go live next week in the morning for Target. And I mean, if there is anything else I could go live for, I would. But first off the line, I know that's something that I like. Talking shop. I like seeing what's going on, getting the feel. But let's go back here. So we do have some stuff coming up that we should see some first off the line. They already pulled it. So just under $900 today for Spectra. I don't think most of us were bought into it. There was no checklist, so we don't know. We don't know if Purdy's in it. He is helping this 2022 rookie class. Like, I still think it's going to be it still can be a good rookie class. You just need to get some of those guys to play. I think it's tough when you got, everyone just expects like a quarterback just to jump in. So it might be better for some of these guys to not be playing right away, kind of get some reps in practice. Well, we got Sam Howell starting for this. I was gonna say the Redskins, but for the Commanders. So there's another quarterback. Are we gonna see the hype train there? Are we gonna see the hype train there? Is he gonna be the new guy? But yeah, same time, same place if there is a Dutch auction. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you would like to. If not, that's cool too. We will be here rocking and rolling to all these Dutch auctions. And of course, it's always cool talking shop with everyone. Yeah, we'll see you the next Dutch auction. Hopefully it is next week. But I'm gonna get off here, guys. I'm gonna go eat some breakfast. It's breakfast time. It's breakfast. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Matrix Sports Cards. See you on the next First Off the Line.